Hello, Manny?
Yeah.
Okay. So, no, those were the unagreed returns. So those were the returns that I filed.
So if the accountant turned in returns for 2017 and 2018, those are not the same thing as what you're talking about with the 941.
He has to do an amended return.
Amended return.
He has to do an amended return. Whatever he filed is not going to count. And since you're working with me, you're not supposed to mail anything in. You're supposed to send it to me.
Okay. And how do I send it to you?
The same. So remember how you sent the check before? How you can either drop it off, you can mail it to my office, to fax it. You could do any of those things.
So I was supposed to have physically dropped it off again?
Either drop it off, mail, or fax, yes.
No, I only trust to drop it off because I think there was an issue last time I didn't drop it off. I mailed it by UPS and it did not get to you certified, and then we had the lien situation. So I would drop it off. So what is it called? The 941X?
The 941X is what you're going to need for any amended returns. Okay?
And
I sent you with the most recent paperwork a deadline of what I need from you, and your deadline is the 12th of September to get all those items to me.
Okay. And given that he filed the taxes for, I don't know if 941 is the one that, because there was one thing that happened was that we used to have a bookkeeper, her Frances Herrera. I don't know what happened to her, by the way. She disappeared literally from the map. Something happened to her personally, and not only me, other customers of hers. And he told me, Manny, for 2017 and 2018, to be as accurate as possible, I would ideally need to have spoken to her, but I have no way of reaching her. Literally, I don't even know what part of the world she's at. She changed her name and everything because something happened with her husband, some weird stuff. Anyways, long story short, he told me that what he submitted for 2017 and 2018 was based on the complete records that I was able to give him, broken down by every single thing, like as accurate as possible. So the 941, I think, was impacted by what would have been taxes, I think, that the company filed for payroll or whatever. And he had submitted the maximum amount of information that he had. So what would he do in an amended return, if any?
So let's start again, because I don't think you understand. The last time we spoke, you were missing returns. Remember how you were missing returns? And this was after you hand-delivered the check. I had told you that I had sent out the returns, that I had to prepare them for you because you had not provided them to me by my due date. And I had explained to you that you had 30 days if you did not want those to become true liabilities, because then I would have to file them. You said that you would take care of it. You never did. The deadline came and went, so I filed the 941. So if he tries to file a 941, it's going to be invalid because I already filed a 941 on your behalf. He has to file an amended return. So remember how I told you that if I had to file them, it was not going to be in your favor because we have to do 20% withholding. We don't do deductions. We don't do any of that. It is a standard 20% withholding, which is, that is going to make a difference.
Officer Peters, let me ask you a question, because I have to plead a bit of being an imbecile about this. Is there any way for us to schedule a call with him, because some of these things are just so over my head. This is not something I'm adept at, and I feel like I'm gonna fumble the ball again, and you're gonna be frustrated again with me. And I understand that you are, and maybe most people get this. But I'm taking notes of everything, and I'm going to share it with him. But I just don't want to play the telephone and drop the ball on something so vital.
So Manny, I'm going to tell you this is what you get from him. Tell him that you want to fill out a 2848 so that I can speak with him directly.
Yes, is that a power of attorney?
A power of attorney.
Yes, I did.
2848.
I did. We
He
have
has
it.
to be- He
We,
has to be an enrolled agent, otherwise I can't speak. Now, another thing, I had sent you a list. Remember the paperwork? Like this probably just got to your house within the past couple weeks. A final demand letter.
yes, I have that.
Okay, take that to him.
Okay.
Take that and everything that's in there to him. Okay.
Okay.
And once I have him fax me the 2848, and once I get the 2848, I'll schedule a call with him.
Okay. Okay. Please, I just beg you to please have as much mercy as you can because we're trying to get on our feet. My wife almost freaking died of an aneurysm last year. A lot of these things have built up, and all this I can document it. Unfortunately, I can show you.
Manny, I understand.
Please,
and I really
whatever.
have empathy, but I told you this from the beginning that
I realize.
work with me so I can work with you.
I know. Please just have patience with me because I am not. This is something I'm not the best person. Unfortunately, it's like I've always had problems with math since So one thing you would be surprised because I've been able to do stuff with business and life and ideas, but math and anything that has to do with math and numbers, I have like a dyslexia or something. I don't even get it. I'm embarrassed to tell you that, but I don't know how else to express it.
Manny, I get it, but the good thing is you have an accountant.
Yes.
You'll get the power of attorney from him.
Yes.
I told you that there's only so much I can do.
I know.
have a timeline, and I have a boss, and my boss has a boss, and
I know.
I can.
I know.
I can't extend any more. I can't
No,
extend any more extension.
I get it, and he has the power of attorney. I believe he said it should be active by yesterday. So I'm gonna have him immediately do the following. This is what you just told me. Make sure he has a 2848 that he has to be an enrolled agent, which I believe he is, of course.
It has to be faxed to me, okay?
And then final demand
make
letter,
sure that-
right? Fax to you.
Yes.
And
Yeah, fax
what number
to
should he fax it to?
2848.
What number should he fax it to?
So it's on the final demand letter. My fax number's on there. It starts with 888. I'm sorry, but I don't have it memorized.
Okay.
Let me know.
Let me-
if it's
let
not
me-
there, but everything should be there. Okay.
Yeah. Let me just
I
be.
need you to work with me. Okay.
No, I'm on it. I'm on it. So I have the final notice letter,
Mhm.
which I got like a week and a half ago or so, and it has a contact fax number. Is that the one that we should use?
I'm sorry. What was that?
It has a fax number, a contact fax number, 888.
Yeah. Yes. So that's my e-fax. So it goes directly to my email. So that's once he sends it, I should get it. So that
Oh.
should be the best thing
Oh.
about that. All right.
Okay.
And on there you'll see like towards the back you'll see a 9297. It's a summary of taxpayer contact. That's gonna spell out what I need from you. Okay.
Okay.
And those are the documents and items that I need if you want to get into a payment plan. Now, I'm not sure if you remember this, but a lien, I can't take the lien off until you pay everything in full. So every time that one of those modules gets paid in full, the lien falls off. And
So-
that's done as a way to protect
So-
the government's interest. Okay?
So let me
So the lien, go ahead.
let me ask you a question. Let's talk about the this lien situation. So you're saying there's no way that you guys would remove a lien from us?
Not until you pay the liability in full. The lien does not come off.
Okay, and so what you're talking to him about is reducing the amount that would be.
It would be reducing, and my guess is you want to get into a payment plan, right? Where
Right.
You pay everything in full.
So if we come into a payment plan, is it still in the form of a lien?
The lien will stay on until you pay off the full liability. The lien does not come off, and that's for everyone.
And at what number, if let's just say that there's a lien for whatever amount, how, because if you guys took every single penny that we got, we would be like with nothing to live. So how does a lien work?
Okay, so what you're talking about is a levy. A levy is different. So remember how I went into your bank account last time?
Yes.
Okay, that's called a levy. That's not a lien.
Oh, so what is a lien? Is it on my property then?
It's in your name on your property. It's pretty much yeah. It's in the name in your name.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that doesn't come up. I haven't gone into your bank account. If you work with me, I'm not gonna go into your bank account.
No,
So
no,
don't worry about that.
no,
need
I don't
like
even
I
know the
said.
I don't even know the difference. Look at what I just asked you. How ridiculous! But I'm
No, that's why I was like, what?
I'm sorry.
No, Manny, no, I totally understand. Like I said, my biggest thing for you though, like to get you on a payment plan and to make everything go away, I need you to work with me. I need you to give me those documents. To lower that liability, I need you to file. Like he needs to file the 941 Act.
Let me
Okay, so
let
like
me.
I said, I'll have this conversation with him, or
Yes,
with your
yes, yes.
COA.
His name is Matthew. You'll find that he's much more efficient and knowledgeable than I am. I just I know what I am about this. This is you can ask me about writing a book. I can write that, but when it comes to numbers and taxes, I'm just there's something. It's been since grade school. I flunked my
So,
senior year because of math. Let me put it. I
so
took
I'll
my
be honest
senior
with
year.
you. You have to do no numbers. What I need from you is to gather those documents that I'm requesting. Don't worry about the numbers. Okay?
Let me ask you a
The
final.
only thing.
Yeah, let me ask you a final question. What if the number that we owe you, that we owe the IRS, I know you're not the IRS, I mean, that we owe
As
IRS,
of,
what, let's,
as of today, give me a second. I'm going to give you the number from today, okay?
no, don't worry about the number. I want to ask you a broader question.
Okay.
But I do want the number, that'll be helpful anyway. I do have a number here in paper, but that's not what I'm talking about. But let's suppose that the number was higher than 49,000, that it was 80,000, whatever. I'm just throwing a number out there. Would that be able to still be a lien?
A lien and a levy. Which one are you
Oh, I'm
talking
sorry.
about?
Oh shoot, which one? Levy. Which was the levy? The levy is the one that automatically
The levy is when we go into your bank account.
bank account. Okay. Yes.
Okay?
Would it be able to
It's
be
not
a,
necessarily your bank account. Any way that you get money, we would go in, and the money would come to us instead of you.
right. So that's a levy. No, so
That's the levy.
if it was higher than 50,000, because I know you guys have used to have a number. I don't know why, but they told me 50,000 or blah blah blah. How?
No, so a levy we can levy you for $100.
Oh my God.
We could put a lien for $100. Anything that you owe the government, you can go in and take. If you're uncooperative and if you don't meet our deadline.
Okay, so in terms of the lien, have you ever heard of a lien that's for higher than 50,000? Does that exist?
For higher than a lien, so liens always get filed. And the reason a lien gets filed, it's a way to protect the government's interest.
No, I understand.
Okay? So let's say you have all these assets, and you want to liquidate your assets. That lien is in place so that we can recoup what you owe us.
Right, you're the first one to get recouped.
Exactly.
Okay, and is
So a
there,
lien, again, same thing. Anything that you owe, we can place a lien on.
and it gains interest too, right?
No, a lien stays on for the amount that you owe, but the amount that you owe continues to get interest per day.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. If we owe you $60,000, it gains interest as long as it's in the lien. Is that correct?
It gains no. It gains interest regardless. It gains interest every single day you don't pay.
And we can take off the lien by paying it, by just finding a way of paying it out and just removing it, right? Just saying, hey, this is towards it.
Let me explain a little better, and you tell me if you understand this, okay?
Okay.
So as you know, the 941, even just any kind of taxes, there's time period, right? So like, let's say for your personal taxes, 2020 is a period. 2021 is a period. You follow what I'm saying, right?
Yeah,
Okay. So, and I'm using this so you can understand.
Yes.
Let's say you owe taxes for 2021, right? That's a period, okay?
Yes.
And we place a lien on the taxes that you owe for that period. Let's say that you owe for 2018. We place a lien on that, okay? And that's a different period. lien.
Mm. They're not bunched into one. Like, hey, total they
It's
owe.
not just, yeah, no, it's not just one. Each one is a separate one. That's why I said once you pay, you don't have to pay the full 80 or however much it is in full, right? Let's say you have money, you're going to pay off the one from 2018. Okay?
Yeah.
Once you pay that, in 30 days, that lien disappears. However, the other liens for the other period that you haven't paid are still there.
Oh.
The one from 2018 disappeared.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes. So they're each every year is treated as a period, and each of them can become an individual lien on the house, on the property, and we can extinguish one at a time to have each of them removed, and then it takes 30 days to remove each lien from our home. Is that correct?
So it doesn't. Yeah, no, it does that automatically. It falls off automatically once it's paid. I always tell everybody, and I know I've had this conversation with you before as well. I'm not sure if you remember, and it really isn't just me trying to like get the money or anything like that. If you can take a loan or something and pay it off in full, it's in your best interest only because you're in the long run, you're going to pay less interest. Does that make sense?
Yes, because it gains interest every day in each of the individual taxpayers that are on your lien.
Exactly. It's kind of like the same, think of it the same way as like your mortgage. If you pay off your mortgage early, you're going to save interest, right?
Yeah.
Same exact thing. Same exact thing.
And then how, final question, I'm sorry to, but I think I understand now that, I really thought a lien and a levy was somehow
No.
was practically the same thing. Yeah, the thing that terrifies me, look, a lien sucks, but a levy obliterates our ability to even live. And also for us reputationally, because of the people that work with us, it's horrible. It's like the kiss of death to have that with the because we work in an industry that's all about reputation. And
I remember you saying that. Well, like I said, it's really important that you get me what I need so we don't.
Oh,
that route.
I
want to avoid it.
I'm white on rice on this.
I need you to work with me.
I am. I promise. I swear. I don't swear, but I promise you that this has been weighing on my life and my wife and I heavy. We need to get. We've been through a lot of problems with deaths, depression, and losing this business thing that we now are trying to get our feet up. So I can't even tell you how hard the past several years have been. Last year was a much better year for us, but we have really struggled to get back on our feet. And this is like the main pressing thing. It got to a point where I couldn't even see how to even start to try to figure out all the taxes, because some of it just got older and older. And that bookkeeper, she was not an accountant. When our bookkeeper she didn't do it to us, she did it to everybody. But when she disappeared, it was like we started falling off track. Everything just started falling off track, and then it got worse with the pandemic. Anyways, sorry for the sorry stupid story,
I'm
but
give you the number, and like I said, this is why it's important that you start working and getting those returns and everything.
Okay, go
for it. The ones I filed were not in your favor. As of right now, for the next 30 days, now remember, this number changes daily, so I'm giving you the number 30 days out. So up until the 17th, this number is good until September 17th. It's $64,084.29 what you owe.
Okay, and the in this document that I got, this final notice one, it did say the amount you owe through September 12th was $49,912.
So, and the reason is because there's several periods on there that haven't hit yet.
Oh.
Yeah, there's several periods.
Okay.
That have not hit,
and
that's why.
And Officer Peters, this is the amount that you're saying is the unfavorable one because it has not been properly addressed by myself, my accountant. Is that correct?
Some of them, yeah. I have to double check what some of them are, but remember, you also filed them late, So you're looking at like a couple $1,000s worth of late fees just for filing, because you filed them, what, 7 years late?
No, no, no. It wasn't 7 years. Not that bad. Uh,
They were for 2017, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
2017.
18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 6 years.
Yeah, no, and I think we started filing them. If I'm not mistaken, we started working on this. Oh man, you know what? You may be right, but I thought we did some
Yeah.
last year. We filed
No,
some last year. No.
no, no, 6 years. So
Okay.
you're
Wow.
looking at several $1,000s worth of late fees alone.
Okay. Well, look, I'm gonna let his name is Matthew Schiebler, Matt Schiebler. I'm gonna let him do this work because that's what he's good at, and you know what you're talking with him better than with me. I'll
No,
get
for
out of the
sure.
way.
He also has access, if he's an enrolled agent and a CPA, he has access to your account transcripts and pretty much everything online. So he should be able to see everything online as well.
Okay. And
So
okay.
like I said, I'm gonna need the 2848 from him. Once I get that, I could schedule a call with him,
Yes.
and we could chat more. But like I said, in the meantime, make copies of what you're gonna give him, because if we get to your deadline and you say, "Oh, I don't have the papers, I left it with my accountant," that's not.
Yeah.
Not
No.
gonna
No.
be
No. I'm. You don't. This is one thing I am good at. I am literally a pit bull about focused on this right now. This is one thing I'm this is my summer has been trying to finish all the taxes through 2022, which we had to get an extension for because of all the other ones that we were just trying to get out of the way. So I'm on it 1,000,000%, Officer Peters. I promise you that, and you will hear from him. And if I don't notice that he has talked to you by, say, Thursday of next week, I'm gonna circle back with you or whatever. I will not let this go.